Hello.
Good to speak with you
Hello.
again.
Yes. Nice to
Um,
meet you.
well, we've already met,
Okay.
so we're speaking
Let's.
again.
Mm, okay. And sir, I have some
Mhm.
question about your culture. And can you tell me about your ethnocentrism?
Um, my ethnicity.
Yes.
So I suppose my ethnicity is Arabic and Spanish.
Mm. And how to make a small talk?
Um, well, you I guess you just make small talk by just talking about regular things, people's daily lives, the weather, their jobs, just basic things about someone. You know, common things that you can discuss for a short amount of time, really.
Um, can you tell me about how the way to initiating and maintaining a conversation?
Um, can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Okay. Can you tell me about your initiating and im- implementing a question?
I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah.
Could you type it?
Uh, I mean, what is your what is the way to keep a conversation while we are
I guess the
conversation
best
with
way to maintain a
someone?
conversation with someone is to discuss things that you both like. For instance, movies, literature, work, if that's what it is. If you find common interests, then the conversation will carry itself.
Okay. And can we repeat again about formality
Um,
and
like I
informality?
said last time, I think, in terms of, so I guess another way to consider formality and informality, like um, using formal speech with a superior or an authority figure like a police officer or someone like that, then you try to speak very respectfully and formally. But if you're speaking with your friends, you might like once again use things like slang.
Mm. Okay. And uh, what is the difference about white people and black people
Um,
about
um,
discrimination?
well, as I said previously, there's certainly some discrimination, and there's been a lot of there's been some controversy recently about like shootings and the police and whatnot. But I don't tell anyone any of that. But so there is discrimination. That's undeniable. But there is more equality. So I think that's good.
Okay. And how about the the we are to uh, start conversation with
Okay,
someone.
so the best way to start a conversation with someone is to introduce yourself. So, hi, my name is. So, for instance, I'll give you an example. So, it'd be like, hi, my name is Mikey. I'm from America. I'm 24 years old. I'm an English teacher. You know, um, so you just kind of tell them a little bit about yourself, and then and then they'll tell you a little bit about themselves, and then you can be like, so what do you like to do? And like that, your conversation will slowly build up.
Mm. And then how to the people in there to welcoming
Did you
guests,
say well? Mhm.
how
Mhm.
to
Mhm. So I
welcome
guess
guests.
welcoming guests, you can. There are several different greetings. Hello, welcome. It's great to see you. It's a pleasure uh, to have you here today. Thank you so much for coming. Things like that are often a good way to greet your guests.
Hmm. And about to dress the title of someone in formal
Um,
and informal.
Addressing someone
Addressing
informally, um, I guess you'd just be like, "Hey,
formally.
what's up? How's it going?" Or I guess if you're being really informal, you just be like, "Sup," or like, "Yo." Uh,
And how about the clothes men and women usually using at home?
um, could you repeat? I heard the last part, but I don't think I heard the first part, the beginning.
Okay, about the style of clothes the men and women
The
formal and
style
informal.
of conversation or the style of clothes.
The style of
Okay, so
clothes. Yes.
okay, so if this whole thing was about clothes, then I might have to redo a lot of my answers. Um, but in terms of clothes, uh, so in the workplace, you'll find men wearing a tie usually. You wear a tie and you wear a long button-down shirt, dress pants, and if you want to go one step above that, you wear a suit. So usually in the workplace, you wear nice shoes, a nice pair of pants, and a dress shirt and a tie. Um, one step above that is a suit. One step below that is a polo shirt and khakis. And women, and for women, sorry, I did. And for women,
So
you usually find them in skirt or up
uh,
to the knee, or a dress, um, uh, blouse or like blazer or something like that. I'm bad at naming women clothing, but yeah, usually it'll be a nice.
very nice. Um, so what is generally uh, verbal communication in your
um,
country?
so what is generally can you generally verbal
Verbal
communication?
communication.
I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah.
Could you?
Um, so we talk about verbal communication, how to speak with
Mhm.
other people, and what is the rules to conversation with someone. What is should we do and what should not we do?
So what I'm confused about is that, well, I assume that verbal communication was similar for everyone. Is that you just talked?
Okay. Um, uh,
Mhm.
I mean, what should we
Oh,
not do to someone's uh,
okay. Okay, excellent. Now I understand a little bit more.
the
So there's, I guess, so I guess it depends on who you're talking to. So if you're talking to your friends, then you can do pretty much whatever, right? Because those are your friends. If you're talking to, someone like an authority figure, then you're probably not going to want to do things like cursing. Um, calling them by their first name might be a little bit rude. If they're your parents or someone like that, you know what I mean? Like if someone you just met, it might be rude to call them, you know, usually it's appropriate to call them, like Mr. Like Mr. Kumbarji or, Mr. Russell, what have you, unless you have permission to call them by their first name. So that's something to be wary of, is to use respectful, appropriate titles. Yeah.
like this. Okay, that's all to my questions. And can I
Of
ask
course.
about yourself? Where is do you mm,
Could you
where do
repeat that? I'm
you
sorry, we
work?
had some connection. Where do I
Where do
work?
you work?
So I work
Yeah.
actually right now I'm working in Spain. Um, so in the country Spain,
Mm,
in the city of Madrid. I'm here as an English teacher, or well, as an English assistant. Really.
okay. And what is your daily
My
activity?
daily activity is going to school, and then I work with first and second graders, and then I leave at about 1, and then I come back home, and I teach on Cambly.
Eh, okay, sir, I forget the question. If it is in I'm polite to ask someone about their age. It is impolite
Um,
or
I guess
polite?
it depends. So a lot of times there's a joke often in American culture that it's impolite to ask a woman her age. But often, if you're depending on the setting, like, it's probably impolite to just go up to someone and be like, "How old are you?" That's a little weird. But if you're engaging in conversation and they seem open to you, then yeah, you might feel free to ask.
Oh, okay. Sir, can you give me suggestions
Of
to
course.
learn English?
Um, So I can most certainly give you suggestions. Some great ways to improve on your English is first what you're doing right now, talking to a native English speaker. That's an excellent way to practice. It allows you to hear new vocabulary, new sentences. So it allows you to improve both your listening, your speaking. Um, so you're improving on lots of different ways. So it's one of the best ways to practice. So I highly recommend that. Another great way to practice is through watching movies or listening to music. Um, being able to it's a way that a lot of students that I have practiced or have learned and improved their English. Often watching a movie and having subtitles. Um, it allows you to see and hear it at the same time. So it's a good middle ground for a lot of people, and it allows you to do it at your own pace. Something I recommend a lot for my more advanced students, depending on their reading level, what I suggest is
Mhm.
reading a passage while recording yourself, reading it out loud. So you read the passage out loud and you record yourself, um, and then you play back the recording and you listen to it so that you can hear any mistakes that you're making later on. So you know what words you're struggling with, um, and so you know what pronunciation mistakes you're making, things like that. This allows you to practice your reading, practice your speaking, and your listening, which is really really great. So it's a little bit harder and takes more dedication to do some of this practice on your own. But a lot of it and a lot of it's slow. Admittedly, I mean, practicing on your own takes more time. One of the most rapid ways to improve is speaking to someone like myself. So it's a good resource and it helps you improve a little bit faster. But it's not impossible to get better on your own. By no means is it impossible. So with persistence and constant dedication and discipline, you definitely can do it. But with excellent resources like Cambly and things like that, you don't have to, which is great.
Thank you for your suggestions. What time to
Um,
be in there?
so for me right now, it's 6:20 p.m. Yeah.
p.m.s. In Indonesia, it's
Oh wow, really
also
late.
11 p.m.
I'm
in
familiar with
Indonesia.
it. I don't know much about it. Can you tell me about it? Tell me about Indonesia. I'd love to know.
Okay, Indonesia is very large. The Island, and Indonesia have many spicy foods like sate, bakso, nasi goreng, um, and what you know
I don't.
you
What's
ask
your
me.
favorite food?
Favorite food
So,
is
what's
bakso.
in there?
Bakso. Uh, I love many foods in Indonesia. It's all of them is
It's okay. I
spicy.
love spicy food.
Okay, and
My favorite
what is
food.
your favorite food?
That's such a tough question. It's probably like chicken is so like anything with chicken I love.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Just chicken.
Okay, so I guess my favorite like meal is probably uh like fried rice, like chicken fried rice. That's probably my favorite meal. Like I love chicken fried rice. I also love noodles with chicken. Um, I love chicken. Um,
You love chicken.
so
Okay.
what's your favorite place
Where
to go in Indonesia?
this oh in Sumbar,
Sumatra. So
Sumatra, West Sumatra. They
tell me about it.
there are very
There are beaches.
beautiful beach
Oh, that sounds
and
wonderful.
pool. There is
Is it really
yes,
beautiful?
it's wonderful. And
So where do you live in
yes,
Indonesia?
it's
Oh, I'm
beautiful.
sorry. Continue. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm really excited. Um, oh,
You can
I would
visit
love to.
Indonesia.
I would really love to. Soon, hopefully. Uh,
Okay, so this time
oh
is
yes, I know we're running out of
five
time. I had a
seconds,
great time speaking with
and
you. I really hope to talk to you again.
yeah,
Hello, how are you? Hello? Hi.
hello.
How are you today?
Okay.
How are you
Hello,
today?
sir.
Okay.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm
And
fine.
I'm doing
And
good.
you?
Did we talk yesterday or no?
Mm, I'm sorry, sir. I'm. Can you
Yeah, of
introduce
course.
myself?
Of
Can
course.
I introduce myself? Yes. My name is Ratnasari. I'm from
All right.
Indonesia.
And
Uh, and I want to know about. Can you
sure,
introduce
my name is
yourself?
Dominic, and I am from the United States, but I live in Vietnam. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm sorry.
Uh,
Go
Sir,
ahead.
I want to learn about gesture.
Gestures. Yes,
You know,
gestures.
gesture. Because I have assignment for my lecture to talk to you about gesture.
Okay, so
Yes.
gestures. Again, like what kind of gestures? Like hand, like the way people act with each other, or is there a certain kind of like what are the examples that your assignment gives you?
Oh. Uh, can you more explain about
Sure,
gesture in facial expression?
sure. Let me try and explain it to you. Movement of part of the body, especially. So,
The actual definition for gesture is a movement of a part of the body, especially a hand or the head, to express an idea or a meaning. So, for example, if someone in my country, like they do something wrong and they didn't mean to do it, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. Like they put their hands up like this or something like that. So that would be an example of a gesture. It's usually meant to express some kind of meaning that you don't have to verbally say. That's what a gesture would be.
Okay. Can you give me example about gesture
In hand.
in hand?
Okay.
When,
Obviously, the number one would be that when you wave. It just means hi. You don't have to say hi. You can just, wave. And depending on the context of the situation, someone could be coming or someone could be going. So it's hi or bye. Another gesture, like telling someone to come towards you. You in the United States or in Western countries, you do this, but I know in some Asian countries, you tell them to come over like this. So that could be a difference between those two. Trying to think what else with the hand. Like when you're driving, if you're driving a car or a motorbike and you don't have a blinker, sometimes, like in the United States, if you want to make a right turn and you don't have a blinker, you have to put your hand up like this outside the window to make sure people know you're going to do a right turn. And then if you're going to do left, you stick it out to the left. And if you're going to stop, I think you put your arm down or something like that. So that's how you would use that in that kind of situation. Trying to think of what other things can I... Maybe... No. I'm trying to think of it. Okay. Yeah, it's a... Sorry, I wish I could have thought of more, but we have like 40 seconds left, so...
Yes, I know. So, how about the body when we don't know about miscommunication? Miscommunication when people...
Well, if there was some kind of miscommunication, I guess maybe you'd be like, I don't understand, or could you say something again, like you're pointing to your ear, something like that?
Okay. Okay.
Hi, my name is Jean. May I have your name, please?
Yes, my name is Tanasari. I'm from Indonesia.
Are you from Indonesia? Okay, I'm from the United States. So thank you very much for calling. Is this your first time to use this application?
Yes, it's first time.
Okay, well, welcome. How did you hear about this program?
Sir, can I ask you, because I have assignment for my lecture, I ask you the questions because I have assignment from my lecture about education.
Okay.
Sir, how about the values and culture in U.S.?
The what in the U.S.? Can you explain your question again, please?
What is values and expectations education in U.S.?
The values and expectations of education
and expectations.
Values and expectations of education in the U.S. That's your question, right? Values and expectations of education in the U.S. Are you still there? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The connection's not very good. Well, the idea of education in the States, people feel that you need education to be able to have a job and to take care of yourself. So people go to school to learn a skill or a trade. I think it's the same in your country or anywhere else in the world. People try to learn a skill or a trade to have a job, to have a family, and take care of themselves.
Okay, and how about the teacher
I'm
and
sorry, I
student
can't hear you very
relationship
clearly.
in there?
The connection is not good.
Okay. How
Relationship
about the
between teacher and
relationship
student?
between teacher and student?
It's the same as in your country.
Yes.
The teacher tries to help the student to improve and become a better person. And the student is to listen to the teacher and follow the instructions. Provide on a strictly a professional basis. Yeah, that's about it.
So, okay, sir. Thank you for your
Do you have any other
explanations
question?
about education.
We have 2 minutes more. Do you have any other questions? What about
Can you
the
tell
education
about
system?
the education system?
Teach them?
Education system.
I don't understand your question. Because the internet's not very good. You go in and out. I can't hear your sentences. Oh, it is? It seems like we
Okay,
had
sir.
a minute
The
left.
time is. The time is over.
Okay, well, thank you very much for
Okay.
calling. Take
See
care.
you.
Bye-bye.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, Kat. Hi. I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Good. Good. My name is
you?
Ituwani. What's your name?
Okay. My name is Ratnasari. I'm from Indonesia.
Say your name again. Isra?
Ratnasari.
Nazari. Okay, from Indonesia.
Ratna. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice to meet
Okay,
you.
ma'am. Nice to meet you too. And ma'am, actually, I have assignment for my lecture to give you several questions about my course. Can I give you questions?
Sure, you can ask me. We have 5 minutes. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. How about how to make friendships in your country? Can you explain about it? How to make friendship?
How to make friendships in my culture?
Okay. Yeah, in your country.
In my country, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Your connection is kind of weak. I'm trying to hear you. Can you repeat it one more time, please?
Yes, thank you. How to make friendships in your country?
Okay, how to make friendships in my country. Yes, well,
Yes.
there are many ways, but one way is to just go up to someone and introduce yourself. You smile at them when you're approaching, and then you kindly and respectfully introduce yourself and show interest in that person, while at the same time expressing or sharing information about yourself. So you just start a conversation, and get to know each other. That's one way. Okay.
And what is solutions if friendship is broken?
Can you repeat that?
If there are problems in relationships, how to maintaining?
Okay, how to maintain the relationship if there are problems?
Yes.
Well, one way, of course, is to communicate. You sit with your friend or your partner and you just talk about the problem honestly, express yourself, and of course you will apologize whether or not you are at fault, and then you will make amends and try to do better next time. Okay?
Okay, and then how to we friendship with someone with a different
How
culture?
to make friends with someone of a different culture?
If there are problems to make friendship with them.
Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, if we make friendship with someone different culture, what is the problem?
What problems come up when you have friendships with someone?
Different culture.
Well, what problems? Miscommunication, misunderstanding. Perhaps you say something that you did not mean and you hurt or offend that person, and that causes problems sometimes. Or rumors as well. That is another problem. You hear bad things from someone else and it causes problems in the relationship. Does that make sense?
Okay, where do you live?
I live in Belize, Central America.
Oh, the connections is bad.
Belize.
America. Okay, ma'am, thank you for your time.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. Oh, look how pretty you are.
Thank you, and you too.
What's your name?
Hello, ma'am. My name is Ranasari. I'm from Indonesia. Yeah.
Oh?
I'm from Indonesia, and I'm English student of one of university in Indonesia.
Oh, you're from Indonesia. What part of Indonesia? What city in Indonesia? What city in Indonesia do you live in?
In Pekanbaru. Pekanbaru in Sumatra Island.
Yeah, I've been to Indonesia.
Oh, okay.
You're the first caller. I'm sorry.
Mom, I'm sorry. I have assignment for my lecture to give you several questions about okay. The first question is how about the trust and honesty in US?
How about what? Trust
and honesty.
Let me see.
Trust and honesty.
About the trust and honesty in the US.
Yeah, honesty in US.
Yeah?
Your country.
Well, it depends. I think there is corruption in every government. and in every business. But the people in general,
Yes.
I believe, tend to be honest most of the time.
Oh, okay. And how about international and immigrant students in U.S.?
Oh, what about immigrants?
Okay, I repeat it. International and immigrant student in U.S.
gets the same education. I do. Immigrants though have to. Well, actually, no. They all for general education, everybody gets the same. There's no difference. For college, university education, you either have to have a scholarship or pay for it, but it's available to everyone. Education is available to anyone who wants it.
Okay. Yeah.
Your time
Okay,
is up
ma'am.
already?
My cambly is over.
Nice to meet you. Okay,
yes,
maybe I'll talk to you again, okay?
Nice to meet you, ma'am. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine. And you?
I'm very good. My name is David, and I live in Canada. You live?
I live in Indonesia.
In Asia.
Indonesia.
Oh, Indonesia. Ah, yeah.
I'm English student. I'm English student.
You're a student?
May I take your time about to ask you questions?
Certainly.
Okay. So I want to know about the family types and traditions in your country. Can you explain about it?
You want to know about, what was the first part?
Family types and traditions about family in US, in your country.
About family and traditions.
Yes.
Okay. Unlike some countries where families stay very close, in so large and the population small, people go far, far away to far parts of the country. And so families don't stay as close as they do in many countries. Okay? Canada is a very conservative country. And by that, I mean people are not judgmental. For instance, there are people in Canada from everywhere. From every country, there are people here. And so all religions, all colors, all cultures are all people is the attitude here in Canada. Let me think. Traditions in Canada. Well, Canada's primarily a Christian country, so they have certain religious holidays like Christmas and Easter, which celebrate different parts of the Christian religion. And what else can I tell you about Canada? Of course, a democratic government. There are never any riots in Canada, you know, where people are all mad and smashing things. There's never any riots in Canada. And police officers never get shot. In the United States, it seems police officers are always getting shot. So it's a quiet country, I guess you could say.
Okay, sir, I'm so sorry because my time is over in cambly. Very nice to meet you, sir. Thank you so much. Good day. Bye.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, I'm fine.
Good.
Okay.
What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Ratnasari. I'm from Indonesia. And you?
Ranasari.
Yeah.
Did
And
I
you?
say that correctly? My name is Sean. I'm from the United States.
Okay. Sir, I'm
this-
English student.
Mhm.
I'm very beginner in speak English, and I have assignment to give you some questions.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
You can ask, no problem.
Yes. Okay. I want to know about friends and acquaintance in your country.
Friends and acquaintances.
Yes. Can
Okay.
you explain it?
Like the difference between the two words?
Yes. Maybe.
Okay, sure. I think that friends are people who you are much closer to. You know, these are people who you go out with, who you trust, and who you could tell more personal information to. You know, you could tell them personal things about yourself, and maybe you can share more of your feelings with them, right? Whereas acquaintances it's more impersonal, right? Less personal. So acquaintances are people who you know, but who you're not friends with, right? So acquaintances could be, for example, maybe you go to the same shop each day to buy bread, and you know the person who sells the bread, you know his name, you say hello, you ask how are you, and then you buy your bread and you leave. This could be an acquaintance, right? He's not really your friend. You don't know his family. You don't go out to have dinner with him. But you say hello, you're friendly. So this is more like an acquaintance, just somebody that you know.
And then can you tell me about cross culture friendship?
Cross-cultural friendships.
Yes.
In the United States.
Yes.
I think, what do you mean? Like, do they exist?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they exist. I think that they can be quite common for people who live in urban areas where there's more diversity and more people from different cultures, right? People who live in rural areas where there is less diversity, maybe in those areas there are less cross-cultural friendships because there are fewer people from different cultures.
Well, sir, how about the benefits in cross-cultural contact?
The benefits of cross-cultural, the best thing is that we learn about the different cultures. And when we learn about different cultures, we can accept the differences, right? So maybe when you learn about a different culture, maybe you understand it a bit more, and there can be like more peace, right? People are not so, when you understand the other culture, you accept it more.
Okay, sir. Thank you for your explanations.
Okay, no problem. So which part of Indonesia are you from?
I from Pekanbaru in Sumatra Island.
Ah, in Sumatra. Okay,
Yeah.
very cool. I'm going to Indonesia soon, in February.
Oh, what are you doing there?
It would be like just traveling. So I will be there 1 month, but not to Sumatra, to Java and Lombok.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Yes, I think Indonesia is the
Okay.
best place for your holiday.
Okay. Well, I hope to enjoy it. Anyway, very nice to meet you, Renasari. Have a very good day.
Yes, see you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Hello, good morning. Hi. Okay, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, hello. My name is Sophie. I'm from the UK. Who am I speaking to? What is your name?
Yes, my name is Ratnasari. I'm from Indonesia.
Ah, okay, nice to meet you. That's the first time for me from Indonesia. So let me see. You are having a trial with Cambly. Why do you want to improve your English?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I have an assignment for my lecture to asking you several questions about my course. May I ask you questions?
Yes, you may. Yes.
Ma'am, how the gesture and positionings well conversations in US?
Sorry, repeat it again. How?
How the gesture and positionings well conversations in people in US?
Phew. I don't know. I'm not from the US. Is it better to try somebody living in the US?
Oh no,
I live
in people in your country.
Okay.
The gesture and
All right.
conversations.
So the question is, how are the repeat the question. Yes.
Yes.
How are can
gesture.
you type it? Gesture.
Yes.
Gesture. Gestures and
gesture and positionings body.
Positionings of bodies.
Yeah, well.
Gestures like yeah.
Yeah.
How are they? So this is a gesture like that. It's a gesture. Yeah. These yeah.
Yeah, like bye. Can you give me more example?
A gesture. Okay. A shrug, shoulder shrug. Shrug of. I think of shoulders. So that's shrug of the shoulders, something like that. You say, for I don't know, the shoulders go up, shrug. Let me think. What else is there? Oh gosh. I think when you're thinking, you put your hand on your chin. What else is there? To dismiss somebody when you wave your hand. You know, if you're not interested in what they are saying, you dismiss them by waving your hand. I'm not sure what else is there. Raise the eyebrows. You raise the eyebrows when when you're looking at them, you don't again understand what they are saying. You know, raise your eyebrows in surprise. Yes, I'm surprised you said that. Let me think. What else was there? Oh gosh. It's quite a hard question, this. Okay, I can't think of anything else now. It's a bit early. Let me think. Shrug the shoulders, chin, resting my hand on my chin, trying to think. I can't think of anything else now. We have 40 seconds. The pressure is on. Is that okay? Is that the sort of question, the sort of answer you want? Is that okay? Oh dear.
For me, that's
Okay. Okay, I hope so. All right then. Okay then. I'll say goodbye. Okay, I'll say Happy New Year to you as well.
Yes, Happy New Year too.
Okay, thank you very much then. Thank you. Bye bye then.
Thank you.
Bye.
Sama